An inch after he gets hit, just like Hagler did with Hearns. That's what I see.
Speaking of that, to WBC, right? I got a real issue with Mauricio Suleiman, man. You know, Canelo has not been stripped of those belts, right? He's been ducking and dodging. I know he's the moneymaker. He's in Witsec over there with the WBC, right? They got him in Witsec. Jermell Charlo was made champion in recess, right? Everyone knows essentially that's just being stripped, right? What do you think it's gonna take? The WBC plays so many games, man. It's supposedly the premier belt, all this bullshit. What do you think what do you think that it's gonna take for the WBC to grab them belts off Canelo?
A lack of pay-per-view buys.
It's just a money game.
A lack of pay, because what are you going to do? You have one of the world's most watched fighters and one of the world's best fighters, and you don't have a reason to take the belt off him. Then you have somebody like Charlo, who is a watched fighter, but not one of the most watched fighters, and you got a racial component to boxing.
Yeah, but who's fighting?
I'm going to strip him. I'm going to let him keep it. I'm going to give I'm going to strip Gary Russell. I'm going to give this belt to Lomachenko. Oh, and you're trying to fight him? I'm going to elevate him to legacy champion or whatever that garbage is. This is all about face and money for boxing. So we understand the game. We understand who's behind it. And we understand the reason that Suleiman would even push this type of narrative and to strip Charlo. He just fought. Then he just fought Canelo. Why are you stripping it?
And now Bondora's getting that shot against Serhii. What is it? Bubachek? How you pronounce that name? Bubachek?
Bahacek.
Yeah. So that just stinks to me. So I haven't, in my opinion. I mean, you got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree. It's terrible, that, you're stripping, Charlo of the belts when you know what he just came back from. Have some, and see, let's call out Mauricio Suleiman, and respectfully, he could take it. Pause, because he done hit me up when I rightfully accused the WBC of being on some bullshit with the whole transmissions and women's boxing. I called him out on that bullshit, and he responded, but I'm calling you out again. I'm joining the call out, because I mean, he's more sympathetic towards Oscar Valdez and his fucking tea than he is of somebody that is perhaps trying to get their body acclimated from coming down a couple divisions. Like, where's the empathy and understand? But shit, he ain't understand the difference in gender between a transmission and a fucking regular female. So why would he respect the fact that a man is coming up, from that weight and saying, hey, maybe I don't want to go all the way down to 54. Let me see if I want to shake at 160. Let me see if I can convince my brother to get up to. I mean, he allowed people to come into the conventions and advocate for he allowed Alicia Bumgarner to advocate for fucking Tony Harrison to get a shot. Like he just it's a cowboy shit, man.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Let me say this real quick, Mauricio, because we usually good people. Do you just like my brother Dej Nakweed, the way he runs WBC Muay Thai? Mauricio, start to run things in that nature. Okay. The only thing, with the exception of the judging, because in a Roger Damnern Stadium or anything, Channel 8, you're not going, if they're not from Thailand, they're not going to win without getting a knockout generally. But I expect you to run it with a little more class and less crass, so that we can stop this car crash, Brother Suleiman.
No question. Salute. All right, let's keep it pushing. Yo, I thought this was interesting, man. Not like a super big story, but I'm watching the